Van D, a dynamic leader with decades of experience building companies and crushing sales. He's been there and done that.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello. My name is Van D.
Inspiring audiences across the country to do it too. Here's Van.
Welcome to the Van D podcast. Man, I'm glad you guys are joining me today because we're talking about one of my favorite topics, which has been my career, my passion, my hobby, and my everything, real estate. You know, if you think about it, real estate salespeople, we're selling the biggest investment of most people's lives, helping them buy a house or helping them sell a house. So I truly believe that you can apply the principles of what makes a good real estate agent to whatever career you're in. So this is not just a podcast for real estate agents. This is a podcast for anybody that wants to be successful in business. So this is part 2 of a 3-part series on Van's Plan, 23 crucial points to guarantee your success in real estate. Over my wonderful career, I have utilized all 23 of these points, which is why I want to share them with you. So let's get right to it. So you've already listened to part 1, and if you haven't, go back and listen to it at your convenience. We're going to start out with number 8. Number 8 crucial point to guarantee your success in real estate. That is, learn from successful sales professionals. At the top of the learning process is finding an agent that you admire who is doing some good business and then asking if you can shadow them to go with them for appointments, preferably listing appointments or whatever. If you're brand new in the industry, you need to do this. It's going to save you so much training if you can find somebody that will let you shadow them. I can't tell you how many real estate agents I coach that are on teams, and I say, well, did you go on any listing appointments with your team leader? Or have you shadowed them? No, they don't like that. They don't like to take people with them. I say, get on a different team. You're on that team to help them and to help and to learn. And if I'm a team leader on a real estate team, I want you to go with me. I want you to be great because I benefit from your success. So, you know, it's very important to learn from not only people that are successful and to watch everything that they do and be a sponge, but also look at those people that aren't successful so you know what not to do. Look at the people that are failing so you don't make those same mistakes also. When my company was very small, the most effective way I trained new agents was to have them shadow me at every stage of the sales process. If somebody started new with my company, I said, I want you to go with me on 3 listing appointments because that's all they needed to go on with me. They went on 3 with me, then they'd say, you know what, I got this. I wanted them to shadow me on everything from writing a contract, not just going on listing presentations, but going with me for the entire process. When I got the listing, when I went back to meet with the people, everything. I wanted them to see the entire process of being successful in this industry. So they start out by following either my methods or another real estate professional that they're shadowing. They're learning my blueprint or someone else's. But eventually, they're going to develop their own blueprint. They're going to see what they liked about the way I did business or see about the person that they're shadowing. Listen, watch, and learn. This will help catapult you to huge success. But when you join a company in real estate, or if you're joining a team, make sure you ask them up front, can I go with you on appointments? And if they say no, then you say no, because that's how you're going to learn. Okay, so number 8, learn from successful sales professionals. I want to tell you something. I'm going to go back to this real quick. I want to tell you something. When I first got in real estate, The number one agent in Dallas, Texas she was nationally one of the top agents in the country. And I'm green, but I knew who she was. I just, out of the blue, I called her up and I said, would you mind if I bought you lunch? I just want to visit with you. So I bought her lunch. She agreed to go to lunch with me. And I just asked her questions during lunch. And I realized that this person had nothing on me except experience. And it got me so excited just visiting with her. It fired me up to want to go out there and emulate what she did. And I really believe that being around successful people is contagious. Be around people you want to learn from. So number 8, once again, is learn from successful. See, I say the word success so much I can't repeat it all the time. Number 9, be accessible to your customers. One of the ways that will guarantee, one of the 23 crucial points that will guarantee your success in real estate is be accessible to your customers. I believe making yourself available to your customers is critical to your success in real estate. You and you alone will make the decision of how accessible you choose to be and how successful you want to become. You must be as accessible as you possibly can, especially in the beginning of your career, in order to achieve the level of success that I know you really want. As you know, a successful career in real estate is not a typical 8 to 5, Monday through Friday. Instead, you are on the job every day. And because you're passionate about it, it's not going to feel like work to you. Whenever your customers need you, no matter when, you need to be available. Now, I have people that argue that with me. They say, well, Van, I don't want to answer the phone after 5. I don't want to be available on weekends. Hey, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying that if you want to be a rock star in real estate, let everybody know that you're accessible. That doesn't mean you need to have a 20-minute conversation with them at 8 o'clock at night. Just be available in case they have a question. I have no problem saying, gosh, it's nice to hear from you, John. I'm right in the middle of family stuff, but let me go ahead and help you. What can I do for you? At least you're available for them. The majority of your excellent customer service and being available can be done over the phone or email after you've done the basics of finding your customer, or listing their house or helping them buy one. So it's just maintenance. That's really what it is being accessible. I want to tell you something. It was very known for me, very common for me to say, hey, I'm available 24/7. Anything you need, I'm available 24/7. You think people called me 24/7? No. Even when I was the broker of Deeb Realty with 350 agents that report to me, I told them all that same thing. That was my value to them. I'm your hands-on broker 24/7. They take advantage of it? No. They were very respectful, but at least they know that that's my mindset. So, once again, number 9, be accessible to your customers at every opportunity possible. You want to single yourself out from the real estate industry. You want to be known as, hey, I can get a hold of this guy. Even if he's busy, he always finds time to get back to me. Number 10, enter every transaction with a positive experience mentality. You want to go into every transaction with the mindset that you want this to be an awesome experience for them. We all know you can't please everyone all the time, but that doesn't mean you can't at least try to please them. You must put forth your best effort to help everyone you meet and do business with. Make each transaction one of the most memorable and positive experience that they have ever had. And you know what will happen next? They'll refer you for life. You know what I love? I've been in real estate now almost approaching 4 decades. I know it makes me sound old. I don't feel old, but apparently I am. I'm approaching almost 4 decades of being in real estate, and I still feel like I just got in it yesterday when I'm showing houses or when I'm helping buyers find them. But let me tell you something that is feedback I get all the time is when customers say, man, it was a positive experience doing business with you. That's my mentality. At all costs, I want to make sure that they're happy. Does that mean that deals aren't going to go bad, that they're not going to be thrilled with something? That's all going to happen. But at least you're trying to make it a positive experience. I believe by making sure your clients have an incredible experience, it is the most effective way to run your business. You have to incorporate the attitude that you are going to give the best service possible. It starts out as an exercise in self-discipline. When you say to yourself, I got to make this the best experience they ever had, and you say it over and over and over again. But like any discipline, eventually it will become a habit, and eventually it will become natural to you to give this level of service. So as a business person, a real estate professional, you have a choice to make. You can give average service and pray that your customers refer you, or you can give everyone an exceptionally positive experience and enjoy the benefits of them not only referring you, but actually going out of their way to refer you. So number 10, enter every transaction with a positive experience mentality. Number 11, under promise and over deliver. That says it all right there. Don't be one of these people that are going to give all this, fluff in the beginning. I'm going to do this. We're going to do this. It sounds so much better when you can tell them what you're going to do and you're going to work your tail off to make it happen. But you're not guaranteeing anything. You're going to be a hero when you over-deliver. Over-promising is an area where many real estate agents have gotten themselves in a mess or contributed to a negative transaction full of challenges. I can't tell you how many times being the broker of a large company, I'd get calls from customers saying my agent said he was going to do this and do that, and he never did. So don't do it. Don't overpromise. This was an area that I had to work on consistently and constantly because my adrenaline, when I would go on appointments, my adrenaline was flowing so high whenever I would get a listing or write a contract that I would say things I never should have said because I'm so excited. We're so fired up to get this listing. We're so fired up to write this contract. Don't say things that you can't deliver on. I mean, it's almost like a comedy to think back on some of the things I used to say. For example, I remember telling customers, well, now you let me know if you need any help on moving day. I'll be glad to come over and help. And guess what? I got phone calls. Hey, you said you'd be willing to help us. We're going to be moving today. What a bummer because I wasn't available. And I found ways to do it, but then I realized, got to be careful. So under promise and over deliver. You'll find that will really benefit your career. Let's do number 12. Number 12 characteristic to guarantee your success in real estate. Understand that your mission is to build relationships. Remember that. Your true mission is to build relationships. One of the core characteristics of a successful real estate professional is that we're always trying to build relationships. And you should be selective. Form relationships with people that will help you build your real estate and grow your real estate business. We all want to refer each other. So I let people know. I told people right up front, that, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, I just want you to know I'm not here to just help you buy a house, assist you in buying a house. I'm not just here to list your house. I really want to build a relationship with you, and I want you to feel comfortable with me referring me to your family, your coworkers and friends, and so on. So I let them know up front, I want to build a relationship with you. Okay, let's go to number 13. Seek and accept constructive criticism and feedback. Ladies and gentlemen, this is huge. I lived off of constructive criticism and feedback. I would ask people, how was your experience with me? I wanted to hear, because that's the only way I can get better. Don't be afraid to ask for feedback so you can keep getting better at what we do. I did this all the time and I still do it, and I always will. That's how we become better at selling real estate and being in business. You should always look for ways to be better. I personally believe that my passion for self-improvement is one of the things that propelled me to real estate stardom. I wanted to be the best, not just good at what I do, but the best. I still today. I want to be the best coach you ever had. I want to be the most impactful speaker you ever listened to. I knew that the only way to reach the status of being the best was to constantly, relentlessly work at becoming better. So accepting constructive criticism and feedback will help me get where I want to go. And it's going to help me get there a lot quicker. One of the characteristics that made me a top listing agent is that whenever I went on a listing appointment and the seller would say, we're going to make a decision on Thursday about which real estate agency we're going to use, so give us a call then. So I'd put down in my planner to call them on Thursday. And I'd call them and I'd ask them, I'd say, hey, you told me to call you on Thursday and I just wanted to, see what you're going to do. So if they said something like this, Van, we have decided to use someone else to sell our house. By the way, if that happened, I'm dying inside. They said, Van, we have decided to use someone else to sell our house. I would always respond by saying, Mr. Jones, and of course they may say a little more, but I'd always make sure to say, Mr. Jones, and this is my point in telling you for this characteristic of seek and accept constructive criticism and feedback. I would make a comment that would be something like this. Mr. Jones, I was so excited when I left your house the other day that all I could think about was how I couldn't wait to market your home and get a sold sign on your front yard. So if you don't mind, I have a pad and a pen in my hand. Would you please do me a great favor and tell me what I could have done, what kind of things I could have done differently that would have earned your business and to be your listing agent? So basically what I'm saying is, instead of saying, thank you, Mr. Jones, I appreciate you having me out the other day. I'm sure that the agent will do a great job that you picked. I want to know what I could have done differently. How could I have done a better job where you're telling me I'm the guy? So I just want you to know, the second I say the sentence, could you please tell me what I could have done to earn your business, you stop. You don't talk and you just listen. Don't say another word. Let the other person talk. I want to tell you something. This eventually helped me get almost every listing I went after. I know that sounds hard to believe, but I almost got every listing I went after. And it's because I was relentless in finding out what I needed to do differently. So typically, the number one explanation for choosing a different agent would be, well, Van, Realtor X told us that we could get $20,000 more than you said. And we sure could use that extra money. Now, if I'm a seller and somebody tells me I can make $20,000 more if they use me, I'm going to go with them too. So I had a response for everything. And in this scenario, when he said, we're going to go with somebody else because they can get us more money, I would always say, Mr. Jones, I respect that. I totally understand your mindset. However, We all use the same multiple listing service and the data provided when it comes to pricing a house. I would never want to be dishonest with you or insult your intelligence. If you don't price your house in line with the market will bear, then you will be sitting on it for a long time. But if you feel that strongly that you can get $20,000 more for your house, I have no problem trying to get that price. Let me tell you something, Mr. Jones. If there's anyone that can get a price above what the market will bear, it's me. So if that's the only reason that you're not going to go with me, as somebody else told you they can get you more money, I want to be that guy. But just know, I want to get you the highest price I possibly can and what the market will bear. The market suggested that list price, not me. So my point is, if you don't ask, so here's my whole point. If we don't ask why they're not using us, if they're not using me, we're not going to know. I can't tell you how many times they said, we're going to go with Julie from ABC Company, and I dug to find out why, and it was price. I always had a better shot of going back in and getting that listing. Some people already signed, so there's nothing I can do about that. But if they haven't signed yet, and I would ask them, Mr. Jones, if you haven't signed a listing agreement yet and you want to do business with me, I'll try to get you that price. So if we don't ask for feedback, we're never going to know what the real reason is. I want constructive criticism. I want to know why I didn't get the deal. I didn't go on these listing appointments for practice. I went in there to get the deal, sell the house, and make money and build a relationship. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you got some good stuff on this part 2. Remember, that was number 13 of the characteristics and crucial points to guarantee your success in real estate. Seek and accept constructive criticism and feedback. So, as you know, with podcasts, these are just brief outlines of what you should be doing. I have this in a book called Van's Plan, 23 Crucial Points to Guarantee Your Success in Real Estate. It's 2-day shipping. You can get it at my website, vandeeb.com. And you'll have this in front of you to remind you. So I hope you listen to part 3 of 23 Crucial Points to Guarantee Your Success in Real Estate. But for now, this has been part 2. I am so grateful that you joined us today. And please subscribe to this podcast. They're free as of now. Please subscribe. So anytime I have something that can better your career, you're going to be one of the first people to get it. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Have an awesome, productive day.
A Parkville Media Production.